Hello, this is Tyah Davis, and you're welcome to Tyah's Talk. Self-love is very important to everyone in life. In self-love, you're supposed to love yourself. You're supposed to be aware that you love yourself. You won't be yourself until you truly know that you love yourself. And you really don't need a relationship if you have self-love for yourself, because you're the prime example of loving yourself like nobody else will love you. I have two special guests joining this podcast today. But before I get into that, I want to tell you guys my remedy of how I show myself self-love. So first, I either pamper myself every weekend or spoil myself. Something I know that nobody won't do. Because I can ask for something and they be like they're there for that. But are they truly going to be there? I depend on myself for more things than I depend on others. Even with family-wise. My family are supposed to be there for me, but I'd rather depend on myself than depend on them. If that makes any sense to you guys. But I either spoil or trick myself to something nice. I listen to music, I relax, and I give myself motivational things to say by writing notes on my sticky notes, encouraging notes, motivational notes on my sticky notes, and putting it up on my stand-up mirror I have in my room. And I read one every morning so I can know that my day will be good. So today I have Kiera Hunt and Roman McDonald with me today, and they're basically going to explain how they showed affection and self-love to themselves. So Kiera, how do you put yourself first instead of caring about others in certain situations?
Well, in order to get to the point where I am now with being more selfish with self-love for myself, I had to come from a long way where I used to be a people pleaser, and that's not the life I wanted to live coming into high school. So I started focusing on myself more. And things I did to focus on myself more was I would usually, if somebody texts me, I'd be like, oh, let me text them back immediately, not waste nobody's time. But now it's like, babe, this is my phone. I'm gonna text you back when I want to text back.
Yeah.
And usually, when I used to text people, I used to have to wait a while, but when I text you, it's immediately. And that didn't sit right with my heart. So I was like, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
I know that's
so
right.
That's a little step to self-care, but many people want to see it as that, but I definitely do. And other things I do, like rushing. People like to move fast nowadays, and if I feel rushed, I try to hold myself down and not rush myself, and I try to go at my own pace with all things that I do instead of letting the person behind me make me frustrated. And yeah,
I think those are some pretty good ways to show your self-love and putting yourself before others. Okay, Roman, how would you explain how you show love to yourself? Okay, Roman, how would you explain yourself? How do you show love to yourself?
Okay. Usually I journal. Well, I've started journaling and writing down just everything that's gone on in a day. It doesn't really have to be like a book or anything perfect, but just write down something just to get out. Like if you can't say it out loud, then just write it down. I don't know if this is really to myself, but I talk to my mom a lot because I like saying a lot of stuff to her, because she kind of has no choice but to listen to me because she's my mom. So I annoy my brother. That's also love to myself because annoying him brings me joy. And I listen to music. Music is kind of what gets me through the day. Like in school, a lot, because school is very draining, and I'll say it gets me through. I'm not going to say life, because I really only just started getting really into music 2 years ago. I mean, I've obviously heard music before, but I really just started getting into it 2 years ago. So I'd say music, my mom, annoying my brother, and journaling are ways that I show love to myself.
Would you say these things you do are your therapy?
Yes, especially music.
All right. Thank you, guys. And that will be the end of Tyah's Talk.
Girl, was that 5 minutes?